a person's strengths are often their biggest weaknesses. And so that also means that their weaknesses can be their strengths. So, me, I am weak. In all those ways that I listed, I am weak. But I don't accept that. I don't accept that I am what I am and that is what I'm doomed to be. No, I don't accept that. I'm fighting. I'm always fighting. I'm struggling and I'm scrapping and I'm kicking and clawing at those weaknesses to change them, to stop them. Some days I win. Some days I don't. But each and every day, I get back up and I move forward with my fists clenched toward the battle, toward the struggle. And I fight with everything I've got to overcome those weaknesses and those shortfalls and those flaws, as I strive to be just a little bit better today than I was yesterday.
There is another level. The only reason you keep saying there isn't is you feel so exhausted about where you are. But life, the universe, or God is just testing you because there is another level. If this is good, giant jump to excellence, giant from good, poor to good to excellence. There's a level where all your dreams are realized. There's a level that you've always dreamed about. It is real. It has not gone away. But it takes that extra burst when you think there's nothing left. There's no way. You've tried everything 10 million times and you keep going. It's almost like God is saying, if you keep hitting this wall enough times, I will see that you will not stop, that you are filled with that level of determination, faith, and courage, and then the door opens and you get to that next level. But what most people don't know is the next level is just 2 millimeters above. And it's called outstanding, ladies and gentlemen, outstanding. What's it called? What's it called? What's it called? Outstanding, magnificent, unstoppable, extraordinary, not excellent. It's a different level. It's a level where you are not one of the best, you are the best. And you know what's amazing? You only have to be 2 millimeters more than everybody else and you get everything. You get the joy, the laughter, the fun, the family, the passion, the economics, the freedom, the spirit. It's all there. What Jerry Maguire called the quad, baby. All of it. And it's just 2 millimeters above, and most excellent people give up because they're exhausted. And there's some people who go, the harder I hit it, the more I hit it, sooner or later it's going down. I'm not stopping.
When you actually sit down at 6 p.m. to study and you open that book up, instead of thinking, okay, how do I get this done faster so that I can go watch some TV or play some video games? No. You sit down and you say, oh, this is a fascinating thing here that I'm studying about life. This is so much more rewarding and has so much more value than watching TV or playing a video game. And look, I watched a lot of TV during my school years and I played a lot of video games during my school years. So I know how that goes. Those things can be exciting in the short term, but there's so much value and richness in the studying. You got to connect yourself to that, right? It's not like adults are just telling you to study for study's sake. That's a stupid reason. Again, connect inside to your own original motivations.
But I just feel like if you can figure out the thing that makes you tick, find that thing. And the other thing I would say, I guess, is a lot of young people, I find, are under such pressure. There's a kind of sense of it's all or nothing, which I think is really unfair. Meaning, I don't know if it's the media and the way things are presented, or if it's because there's so much success that is celebrated in society, but there is a sense, I've heard enough that I feel like I haven't thought of this till now, that it is a kind of theme, that young people feel like if they don't know what they're born to do, that they're somehow broken. And I think that it needs to be looked at differently, which is that it means if you don't know that thing, it means that every door is the possibility. That's a beautiful thing. So I just feel like I would say don't stress yourself out.
In my experience, stepping up in developing yourself involves a lot of great wins and thrills and euphoria, but it also involves a lot of harsh looking at yourself, like really looking at yourself in the mirror and questioning yourself. So you want to believe I'm awesome and fuel your certainty and go hard, but I think that you also want to take very, very harsh looks at yourself that can be very painful. You want to do that at times, and you want to get out into nature or into isolation or out with your friends that will challenge you and think about who you are, where you're going, what you become, because again, you're motoring along, and if you go a little bit this way, you wind up over here. If you're a little bit this way, you wind up here. If you're a little bit this way, you wind up over here. And so you need those periods of examination
to learn how to recognize your own strengths and weaknesses. This is in fact the vital part of preparation for a big match and for anything in life. We always try to study our opponents. We always try to study the battlefield. We always try to study all the circumstances surrounding our venture or endeavor. But very often we forget to study ourselves. And this is very important because any choice of a ground for a battle or type of strategy we want to employ depends on our recognition of our strengths and weaknesses. And this is a process of constant reevaluation because life is changing very fast. And our opponents, looking at our success, studying it, and trying to be smart and outsmart us eventually. And we can look at the history and just to find a number of situations where the inability to recognize strengths and weaknesses led to an eventual disaster.